Chapter 9. The Queen of the Field Mice. The Tin Woodman, believing in being a friend to those in need, saves a field mouse from a wild cat. The mouse turns out to be the queen of the field mice. She tells her field mice that they must now fulfill the wishes of the Tin Woodman. The Scarecrow suggests the mice help save the cowardly lion. He assures them the lion won't hurt them because he is cowardly. The Scarecrow then devises a plan. First, he asks the Tin Woodman to create a wooden truck. Then, he asks thousands of mice together, each bringing a long piece of string that he and the Tin Woodman used to harness the mice to the truck. Finally, the mice, the Scarecrow, and the Tin Woodman push the cowardly lion onto the truck and pull him out of the poppy field, which delights Dorothy. The Queen of the Field Mice promises future assistance if they need it. Chapter 10. The Garden of the Gate. The cowardly lion feels amazed to learn that small flowers almost killed him and small mice saved him. Back on the Yellow Brick Road again, the friends get closer to the Emerald City. On this beautiful part of their walk, they notice that everything in the area is green. When they stop at a house for food and lodging, Dorothy assures the woman there that the cowardly lion won't hurt her. A man in the house warns the travelers that the Great Oz might not see them and not the one sees him in person, since he appears in changing forms. However, the man does believe that the Great Oz can help them. After a good meal and a night's sleep, the friends continue their journey. A bright green glow tells them they are close to the Emerald City. At the city's gate, they ring a bell, and the Guardian of the Gates questions them about their business. Before he admits the travelers inside the city, the Guardian of the Gates warns the travelers about the dangers of wasting the Great Oz's time. And then he locks a pair of glasses on each of their faces to protect their vision from the city's brilliance. Chapter 11. The Wonderful Emerald City of Oz. Happy, prosperous people fill the Emerald City. The Guardian of the Gates makes the travelers wait in a room while he goes to ask whether the Great Oz will grant them an audience. The Great Oz agrees to see them individually, one per day. The travelers are then taken to their rooms. The next day, wearing a green dress she finds in her room, Dorothy visits the Great Oz. He learns he is willing to see her because of her silver shoes and the good wish kiss. Appearing as a big head, the Great Oz tells Dorothy she must kill the Wicked Witch of the West in order for him to help her. When the Scarecrow, the Tin Woodman, and the Cowardly Lion each visit him, the Great Oz appears in different guises as a ball of fire, a beautiful woman, and a terrible beast. The Great Oz tells them the same thing he told Dorothy. He will only grant their request for a brain, a heart, and courage once they have helped kill the Wicked Witch of the West. And so, the next day, the travelers set off for the land of the Winkies to try to find the Wicked Witch of the West. Chapter 12. The Search for the Wicked Witch. When the one-eyed Wicked Witch of the West spies the travelers through her telescope, she makes several attempts to stop their progress with a series of attacks. A pack of wolves, which the Tin Woodman kills with his axe, a flock of crows, which the Scarecrow kills by breaking their necks, a swarm of bees, who die stinging the Tin Woodman, and the Winkies, whom the Cowardly Lion frightens away. Finally, using her magic golden cape, the Wicked Witch of the West calls out the Winged Monkeys and orders them to destroy all except the lion, whom she wants to put to work. The Winged Monkeys tear apart the Scarecrow, drop the Tin Woodman on rocks, capture the Cowardly Lion, and transport Dorothy, who is still protected by the Good Witch Kiss, to the Wicked Witch of the West, who wants the powerful silver shoes. The witch puts Dorothy to work in the kitchen and unsuccessfully tries to starve the lion into submission. At one point, the Wicked Witch of the West tricks Dorothy and snatches one of Dorothy's silver shoes. Angry, Dorothy throws water on her, which causes the witch to melt. Chapter 13. The Rescue. After Dorothy frees the lion from captivity, she tells the Winkies they are no longer enslaved. Dorothy then asks the Winkies for their help finding and rescuing the Tin Woodman and the Scarecrow. First, the Winkies locate the Tin Woodman and repairs his dented body and broken axe. Then, the Tin Woodman helps them rescue the Scarecrow by chopping down the tree on which the Scarecrow's clothes are scattered, and the Winkies stop him. Dorothy and her companions stay to enjoy life with the Winkies for a few days, but still feel eager to get back to the Emerald City, so the Great Oz can fulfill his promises to them. Before the travelers set off for the Emerald City, the Winkies reveal that they wish the Tin Woodman will stay as their ruler, and they give each of the travelers departing gifts made of gold and jewels. Dorothy also takes the Wicked Witch of the West golden cape, which fits her perfectly. Chapter 14. The Winged Monkeys. Dorothy and her companions don't know the way back to the Emerald City. They walk without direction and start to lose hope. Dorothy realizes the field mice can help, and she calls them with the whistle their queen gave her. The queen of the field mice tells Dorothy the Emerald City is far off, and she recommends using the golden cape to call the Winged Monkeys to carry them the rest of the way. The monkeys obey Dorothy's request as she now owns the cape. The king of the monkeys transports Dorothy and tells her how the monkeys became captives. He explains that, as a joke, the rascally monkeys once dropped Kilala, the palace of the princess and good sorceress Gaylet, in a river, dressed in all his finery. The prank angered Gaylet, and she punished the monkeys by requiring them to obey the 3 requests from each owner of the golden cape. Kilala, the first owner of the cape, banished the monkeys to the forest. Later, when the Wicked Witch of the West acquired the cape, she used the monkeys to enslave the Winkies and forced the Great Oz to leave the West. Chapter 15. The Discovery of Oz, the Terrible. The Guardian of the Gate seems amazed when the travelers return to the Emerald City, claiming to have killed the Wicked Witch. The Great Oz is told the news but won't grant them an audience until the Scarecrow threatens him with the Winged Monkeys. As the Great Oz speaks to them with a disembodied voice, the travelers demand he make good on his promises. In anger, the Cowardly Lion roars, frightening Toto, who knocks over a screen, revealing a little old man to be the Great Oz. Dorothy and the others feel upset to discover that the Great Oz is just a humbug. Caught in the truth, the Great Oz admits to the travelers that he is a ventriloquist and balloonist who worked for the circus in Nebraska until his balloon accidentally floated too high into the sky, landing him in the land of Oz. The people of Oz thought he was a great wizard, so he ordered them to build the Emerald City. The Great Oz reveals that he is a good ruler, but he hides from his people and fears the Wicked Witches. He explains that he must think about how to get Dorothy back to Kansas, but he promises to fulfill the others' request, even though he thinks they aren't necessary. Chapter 16. The Magic Art of the Great Humbug. The Great Owl stuffs the Scarecrow's head with brains made from pins and needles mixed with bran. He then cuts a hole in the Tin Woodman's body to insert a silk and sawdust heart. And he has the Cowardly Lion drink some green liquid to fill the lion with courage. The Great Owl happily gives them what they think they need, even though he knows that what they ask for is not possible. Yet the Great Owl remains unsure how to help Dorothy. Chapter 17. How the Balloon Was Launched. The Great Owl finally comes up with a solution for Dorothy. He decides to send her home in a hot air balloon. He tells Dorothy that he plans to travel with her so he can return to the circus. Together they make a green hot air balloon. When the time to launch arrives, the Great Owl asks the Scarecrow to rule over his people. Before getting into the balloon's basket with a wizard, however, Dorothy must chase after Toto. In that moment, the ropes holding the balloon accidentally break, and the Great Owl leaps into the air without Dorothy. He's never seen again. Chapter 18. Away to the South. While glad not to have gone up in the balloon, Dorothy despairs that she will never be able to return to Kansas. The Scarecrow rejoices to have gone from life on a pole to rule of the Emerald City. The Tin Woodman and the Lion also feel content with their new gifts of heart and courage. As Dorothy still wants to return to Kansas, the Scarecrow suggests that she call the Winged Monkeys again with her magic golden cap so they can carry her there. When summoned, the Monkey King tells Dorothy that the monkeys cannot leave the land of Oz nor cross the desert. So Dorothy has wasted one of her golden cap requests. The Scarecrow then asks advice from the Emerald City soldier, while they don't know how to cross the desert. They suggest that Dorothy get the help of Glinda, the beautiful and good witch of the south, who rules over the Quadlings. Out of devotion to Dorothy, the Lion, the Tin Woodman, and the Scarecrow resolve to go with her on the dangerous journey on the stretch road